crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon. It was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to. But it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah, here we go, Valhalla! Good morning, Valhalla! Yeah! The lovely Leia Rose! Keely Chow! Roll Tide, brother! Kylie Hind! David Glenn! What is a Kronos? Southern Viking! My favorite polar bear on YouTube, Snartopopus Cuba! Mephisto's movie reviews! The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia! Boosh, boosh, boosh! Showback TJC! David Glenn! Project Cambrian! Psychodog 9! Shum! Project Storytime! He's the angriest wrench in Valhalla, Mark the Infinitely Tired! Wake the neighbors, boys, with Southern Viking!
Right. Nothing gets me more pumped.
I know we've got a little bit of an echo in here. My ears are bleeding. Welcome back, Loki. Thank you. Thank you. I know we've got a little bit of an echo in here this morning. It cannot be helped. We're in the new studio. I've got to get stuff on the walls, but I want to tell you something. The last week has been absolutely crazy. And the last time I was on was a week ago tomorrow. And the shit that has happened since then has been absolutely nuts. So thank you guys so very much. Everybody that reached out to see if we were okay last week after the tornadoes. After the storm that hit Houston, we were without power. I was in the middle of a tornado. It was absolutely
you had your
nuts.
butt lifted.
Hey, oh yeah, in the car, we're gonna tell that story this morning. In the car, the tornado lifted the ass end of the car up, and it was absolutely nuts. So I'm very, very lucky. I'm lucky to be here. It was absolutely crazy. Wednesday was nuts, and then we didn't have power. So I'm just so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back to see everybody, and I'm so happy with the way the studio has turned out so far. So I don't have anything up on the walls. It's probably why I'm getting a little bit of an echo. It's been nuts. It's been absolutely freaking nuts. But We are set up. The internet is going full blast, full speed ahead.
I'm impressed after what you said about your internet with no outlets or anything. Oh,
no,
they got it done.
So the internet thing, we moved in. We moved all the furniture over Friday, and I hadn't thought about look for a fiber box. I just seen like a cat jack and thought, oh well, I can just plug it in there. No. So what happened was we found this little white AT&T box, and there's a hole in the wall behind it. They had ripped all the fiber optic stuff out when they moved out. So I had the tech over yesterday, and he looked at it and goes, yeah, when they left, they just ripped everything out of the wall. And I was like, oh, well, that's just great. You know, that's absolutely wonderful. And he goes, good news is I can fix it. Better news is I can put it anywhere you want. And yeah, so I had him set it right up in the office. Best place for it anyway. Considering what it was like in the old apartment, most people don't know this. So the fiber optic box was in the closet in the master bedroom, in the closet. So I had to snake a cat cable out of the closet, out of the master bathroom, out of the master bedroom, into the living room, down the hall past the kitchen, and into my office, and then split it from there. And that was a giant pain in the ass. Now everything's direct hooked up to the box.
Nice and clean.
Oh yeah. It's so much better. It's so much better, and all new hookups and all new box and everything. I'm deaf now, despite my turn down the volume in anticipation. Good to hear your voice again. Good to see you, June Wong. Sorry if I blew anybody's eardrums out this morning. I will endeavor not to laugh.
No apologies, man. Let her rip.
It's good to see you, June, and thank you for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and I'm so glad I get to do this again. Skål!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. I think it was Gun Bunny. Gun Bunny said no more tripping hazards. That's right. No more tripping hazards. No more having everything on top of each other. I had both PCs almost right next to each other. And I had to, every morning, I'd have to swap out the keyboard and mouse off my desk. That is no longer happening. So,
yay!
Everything was kind of held together with spit and duct tape over at the other place. And now everything's got its own place. It's real nice.
Yeah, just until you start unpacking all your collectibles, then it's gonna fill up again real quick.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have a Godzilla wall over by the by where I'm gonna set up my record player and my vinyl stuff. So it's gonna look good. It's gonna look really good when I'm done.
Awesome.
So good morning, Culture. Good morning. I hadn't got to shout out Culture. Good morning, Culture. Punk Waddle, what is up, my brother? Punk Waddle's here. Good morning. Good morning. DJ Ronnie G is here. Good morning, guys. How are you doing? I hope I didn't miss anybody. I've got both chats pulled up on both screens. Jesters, Darth Arlena is here. What is up, Darth Arlena? Good to see you. Soul Assassin's here. Good morning, Soul Assassin. Kronos, what is up? What is a Kronos?
Who knows? He wasn't brave enough to show on Friday, or at least I didn't see him, so.
And Daryl the Derelict. What's up, Daryl? Good morning, guys. If you aren't subscribed to the Backtube with Daryl and Arlena, get your butts over there. Subscribe, ring that bell, check out their content. They have an absolutely great, crazy show. They even do a Taco Tuesday because it's the Backtube, Taco Tuesday. Mountains of Elysium. Good morning. How are you doing, Mountains of Elysium? Gary Van just sandwich worthy.
Just a heads up. Yesterday, Mountains had said something about his wife and asked for prayers. Oh, he's saying it right there.
Bob, thanks for your thoughts and prayers yesterday. Mother and baby are doing great. We find out the gender on Saturday. I'm looking forward to seeing the little one in November. That is so awesome and such a great decision not to let the kindergarten teacher determine the gender of the kid.
Yes. Gonna have another tough Irishman.
Good to see you, Mountains of Elysium. Oh, crazy, man. So tornado shit. Let's talk tornado.
Yes.
Let's talk tornado. Wednesday, brother of the channel, 24/7 Fusion Media, great guy, offered to help me move some stuff over to the new house before we moved in. And we did like 5 runs, spent about 5 hours running back and forth between the apartment and the new house, bringing boxes and stuff over. And we go out to grab a bite to eat after we're done. And I drop Eris back off at the apartment and I haul butt downtown because he lives south of me. So I haul butt downtown, drop him off. I get there and we're unloading a couple of things that I sent over there with him. And Eris calls me and is like, there's some really nasty weather headed your way. Be safe. Okay. Haul butt home. Hauling butt home, about 15 minutes on the road, going down I-45. If anybody knows what I-45 is like in Houston, it is like gladiator season. It's open season on the LA freeway.
I've seen pictures. So, it's pretty fun.
So people are going, 90, 100 miles an hour. It's crazy. And then the storm hits. And suddenly I've gone from 75 miles an hour to 25 to 30 miles an hour. I've never done 25 to 30 on 45 unless there's been some kind of backup or accident or something. And the rain's coming down crazy. I'm almost to 249 when, for a split second, the rain stops. So the rain's coming down, and it's coming down to the right, and then the rain stops, and it's coming down in the other direction. And I've never seen that happen. It just like, boom, the wind shifted. Did you have the
orange sky?
No, it was pitch black. You couldn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely pitch black. Rain and shine. Yeah, that's right. Rain and shine. In fact, I was like, why are these people driving like insane maniacs when it's like this? It's like nobody's ever driven in the rain before. Punkwaddle. And suddenly the back of the car lifts up off the ground. And if you've ever had that happen, I mean, that is I've done some crazy shit in a car. I have drifted around a corner doing like 100 miles an hour. I have gone 180 something in my Dodge. I have done some crazy shit in a car. I have never had a butt pucker like that. And the car just starts spinning. I literally the car spins around twice. So I get a good 360 degree spin twice. And I stop. It stops, and I'm just like, what in the hell? My hands come off the wheel because the wheel is spinning. The wheel literally spins out of my hand. I'm crapping my drawers, and not literally, but figuratively. And when it stops, I'm like, holy shit, what the hell just happened? Yeah, cows, dude. Pops right there. Pops. We got cows,
on a bicycle.
Right? Boop, boop, boop. We've got cows. Yeah. Loki went full Bill Paxton. And I see red lights in front of me. So I'm like, okay, those have got to be tail lights. I'm at least going in the right direction. And I straighten up a little bit and I start to accelerate when I see something coming at me. And initially I'm like, holy shit, I'm going the wrong way. No, it is a shopping cart on Highway 45. There's a shopping cart flying down the road on Highway 45 in Houston. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting off. I'm gonna get off 45. Screw this. And as I'm getting off, there's shopping carts all over the road turned on their side. It was absolutely nuts. So I get off on 249 and I take 249 back to Spring, and it added probably 45 minutes to my trip the way I did it. But when I get back, all of Spring is dark. There's no power anywhere. It was like something out of The Walking Dead. I've never seen anything like this. No street lights, nothing, no lights on anything, no lights on Walmart, no lights on Kroger, no lights on H-E-B, no lights on anything. Everything is dark. For a minute, I was like, did I take the wrong turn? Did I go the wrong way? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is not where I'm supposed to be. No street lights, no stoplights, no nothing. Until I realized, holy shit, yeah, I'm in the right place. It's just everything's turned off. There's nothing on. So we get back, and that was the beginning of about 24 hours without power. So that threw a wrench in everything we were trying to do Thursday. But we still bounced back. We still got everything moved. We still got everything over. It just kind of threw a wrench in that day where we had planned on packing and getting everything up. Plus, I couldn't do the morning show that morning.
That's a miracle in itself, how you got a hold of Mike.
Plus, all the phones were down. Let me add that in there. All the phones were down. So I texted Mike and just kind of kept my fingers crossed that he's going to get these messages. Jesters, Darth Arlena gifted 5 Loki's Mornings of Mischief memberships. Thank you so very much. Darth Arlena. Pat S. was gifted a membership. Kali Hond was gifted a membership. Lord Thoth was gifted a membership. WAP was gifted a membership. And Undead Ramen were gifted a membership. Thank you so very much. Jesters, Darth Arlena, you guys keep the fires burning bright, and welcome to the Viking Horde. Skull! Alina, Mark the Infinitely Tired.
That skull and the echo, it's going to take some getting used to till you get that room echo proof.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so nothing's on the walls. No tapestries, nothing is up yet. Just the furniture is in here. So,
That's all right. You're back and live, so that's all that counts.
Eris and I spent the last 2 days building furniture. So I built a new desk. I built a new cubicle that has drawers in it. And then I built a new stand for the record player and put records in. So it's been crazy the last couple of days. I don't think we've stopped to catch our breath at all.
That's moving.
It's moving,
you know what,
yeah.
Though? It says an awful lot that you had... because I've moved a few times. Everyone's has to move here and there, but you find out who your friends are, and you had 24, and he was there to help. It says a lot about him.
Oh yeah, 24 and 24 offered to come back over here sometime this week. I think he's going to call me and let me know what day he's got free. He's going to come over, and we're going to put some work in before this weekend. So pretty much everything's moved, though. The only stuff that's still over there is stuff that's up on the walls. So the tapestries are still over there. There's still posters over there, but we've got the apartment for another 13 days. Right. So we just have to go over there and get this.
Oh, that makes it easy. A little casual visit or transition. I had to move an entire house once in 8 hours. That was a party. I was younger then.
Yeah. Isn't that something? So I burned more calories in the last 4 days than I have in the last 4 weeks.
I Know the feeling. I do. Wow.
Loki, did you tear out the fiber optics before you left? No. Why would I do that? No, let them call AT&T and figure out what they need to do and how they need to set it up and what's going on. But big thank you to so many people. Arwen Avalon, Adega, of course, Adega's here, and Adega knows I've thanked him, but I want to thank him here. Dave, Bob, Mike, Tom, Andre, Culture for coming on, Mike for being there to save the day twice.
Yeah.
Thursday and Monday, because I was supposed to have internet was supposed to be here that Friday and nothing. And we called them that night and they said, soon as we can have anybody out, it's Monday. And I was like, and they were like, well, we might be able to get somebody out earlier than that, but it just all depends. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you got it as quickly as I could ever anticipate AT&T ever doing. So that's a blessing in itself. Those guys are usually pretty slow.
But the tech that came out, brilliant. Huge thank you.
Good.
Being able to move the stuff the way he did, and the install was great. He looked after us. We didn't get charged anything for the install because this was not our fault, and they knew that when I called them and sent them a picture of what I was dealing with, because they were like, look, it should just be this box. I said, I understand it's this white box, but when you open up the box, there is a hole in the wall and there's nothing there. And I sent them a picture of it, and they were like, okay, yeah, that's not supposed to be like that. I'm like, well, yeah, of course it's not. Daryl the Derelict with a $5 super chat. Thank you for sharing your story of going from the apartment to the new house. It's a moving story. It's a moving experience, isn't it? It's a moving experience, Daryl. Thank you so much. This one's just for you, brother. Long live the fighters, Daryl. Skol!
Long live the fighters!
I'm excited for that. I want to see that. I want to see that new movie.
I was just thinking, just like Geritol, it's a moving experience. No, I can't wait for the new movie, though.
Star Trek 7, The Search for Geritol. I really miss preview guys that used to do stuff like that. You know, I really miss that. You don't get that anymore. You don't get the preview guy. You know, you go in and they just show you a little bit of the movie. That guy that does that voiceover just isn't. I know he passed away, but they need somebody. They need somebody in there. You know, The Search for Adega Outlaw. Something.
Nah, no one's going to search for that. They had a couple people try and replace, but it just wasn't the same. Those of you who are old enough to remember the voice from the 80s that they even went into the 90s. That was quite distinctive. But no, I don't do that anymore.
He warned them at first, hey, leave those kids alone. They didn't listen. The Mad Doctor is back.
Oh, yeah.
In the motion picture event of the decade.
I was telling Loki that I kind of on a limited use Twitter because of some posts going after people who like to pay too much attention to children. But it's worth it.
Oh my God, it's Arwen Avalon. Oh, hey girl. Hey y'all.
Smell the cats. The cats
Good morning. Good morning, Arwen. Thank you guys so much. You and Dave, Bob, and Adega on Friday. Thank you.
That was fun. That was fun.
The Mad Doctor.
Yeah, I'm not doing the doctor bit today. Sorry. I didn't get up at 5. I only got up at 6:30, so I'm almost normal. It takes me a while to get running.
Oh my God.
Oh. Yeah, she liked it. If you go back and listen to Friday, I try to do introductions a little bit like a Mad Doctor, and Boosh was one of them, and Arwen told me a few times now she can't get it out of her head because Boosh.
Boosh, boosh,
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
boosh.
I was going to do something about Culture Casino because that name just drives me nuts. Sorry, Culture, if you're still here, but you got Casino, and see, I'm a doc, and when I hear culture, I think of various different things. So I'm name Culture Casino reminds me of a roulette, and you spin the wheel, and what are you going to do? You're going to land up on botulism. You're going to land up on syphilis. You're going to land up on you're the winner on black with gonorrhea. That's Culture Casino for me. Sorry. Just the way my mind works.
No, Culture Casino has gonorrhea.
Spin the wheel. What disease you getting today?
This summer, don't miss Culture Casino 2.
Yep. The name does do that. It reminds me of every time I see you drive on the freeway and you'll see one of these strip clubs or something. I think, man, instead of what a lot of guys will think of, I think of what kind of smelly disease is in there, who's dripping and what's falling off and how much penicillin is needed. Sorry, that just
You know what? You say stuff like that. Did you ever see the movie Explorers back in the day?
No.
Man, I loved that movie. I loved the shit out of that movie. When the alien shows up and he's talking to the kids and he's like, germs that cause bad breath, diarrhea, germs that inhabit your family bathroom, because all they know about humans is watching TV. So they're like addicted to watching commercials.
Oh, I remember those commercials.
Germs that cause bad breath, diarrhea. Germs that inhabit your family bathroom. But if you get the new Scrub Brush 9000, you can scrub those germs away.
Oh, yep. I do remember that. Oh, and sorry about the beeping. Those guys are still working on the roof after a month.
Really?
Yeah, I told him on Friday because Penny said, "What's that beeping noise?" Well, there's these clowns across the street. They're putting on it's a small spire. They're putting a copper plating on. I told you we had that big hailstorm last year, and every house, every car was damaged in the entire city. It's not a very big city, but even still, there was a lot of it. Well, this church is getting their steeple redone with the copper plating, and these guys are morons. A month to do a small steeple in copper plating. There's something wrong with them. And all I've been hearing day after day is this beep, beep, beep. Oh, I want to kill something.
I tell you what, what does have its shit together. Great Movers of Houston, ladies and gentlemen. Great Movers of Houston. They came in and it was like a whirlwind of let's get this stuff out of here and get it on the truck and move it. Absolutely brilliant. These guys were absolutely great. They kicked ass. They took names. They took care of our stuff. They didn't damage anything. They didn't break anything. They didn't leave anything behind. They did an absolutely wonderful job. So
this
they did
hour
exactly
brought to you by
Great Movers of Houston. When you need stuff moved, call the people that can pack it right. Oh my God, that sounds like not a good commercial. Anyway.
You're probably right, Chris. It's the only, no, because I've watched them. They're not the brightest tools in the shed. And if it ever gets back to me, I will tell it to them in their faces. Oh.
They get paid by the hour. Oh, that's like road work in Houston. If you've ever seen them try and fix roads or expand a highway in Houston, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, coming 2024, a new highway in Houston. 10 years later, we still don't have enough money to finish the highway. Yeah.
Right.
And they shut it down. They'll just shut it down. They'll just, the construction guys will just shut it down. All right, guys, we're out of money. Shut it down. And they go. And slow is bitter, Slow is bitter. So they just shut it down. They'll wait for more money.
Some states, I know it's a racket. I think most of them. Once upon a time, I had a really high top exec with a lot of connections from Ford. And her dad had done something with the government and contracts and stuff. And she informed me how it worked. And basically, think of the mob running the highway construction crews. And you get the low bid, you make the repairs so they last only 4, maybe 5 years, and then you get to bid all over again. Instead of making a road that will last 60, 90 years, they make it only for a couple of years so they can keep sending the trucks out, keep pulling in the paychecks. It's all a racket.
Mark, did I remember to get Eris? I knew I forgot something. Shit. I knew I forgot something. And Makini, good morning, Makini.
She's with the shopping carts.
She's with the copying carts on the freeway. Damn it. I knew I forgot something. Kizzy, good morning. She says in Wyoming, there's 2 seasons, winter and road construction. In a world where people need to move across the city, only one company can live up to the task. Great Movers of Houston.
You know,
don't call. Set up online, because if you call, you're going to get this. Hey, y'all.
Need something moved?
Oh my God, Loki! Imagine if there's only one single contractor that does government-approved road work in the country. Welcome to Toronto. God help us all. Chris, No, forget that. Forget that. Uncle Fred's Road Construction Company, keeping Uncle Fred in cash since 1950.
That's about right. That is about right. At least that is in the Michigan area.
And Laura B, good morning, Laura B. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's good to be back. I know I've said that already, but it's good to be back. It's good to see everybody. I've missed this. I really have. And I wondered. I got kind of touchy. I think it was on Saturday. I got kind of snippy, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if it's. I haven't gotten to see everybody. I haven't got to talk and hang out with everybody. I listened. You know, there were a couple of streams that I had on my phone, but some of that was in and out, and you get aggravated when you can't, listen to your stuff. And
Loki is
it's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. A lot of work, Loki. Sorry. Oh, no, don't be sorry. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I haven't been here. Shit. And no, you may not smell my hair. Nope. We're not doing that. Adega has nice hair. I don't know. I'm kind of growing it out, but yeah, no, we're not doing that.
I worry about you, Kronos. Sometimes I wonder if the straitjacket is missing a chunk of meat, Anyway.
I did cheat over the time I was gone. I cheated. I got 2 donuts, fresh donuts from Shipley's, and I got a Snickers coffee. And I responded.
I saw you tweeted about that. Is that any good?
Oh, shit, yes. I was like, holy crap, it's Snickers in a glass jar.
Oh,
Liquid Snickers. It is good. It is really good. I wish that I could drink it all the time. I only got to have one. It was the morning after the hurricane, or the hurricane after the tornado. We woke up and it was like 5 a.m., no power, hot as hell. And we got up and we decided, well, we'll just go over to the house and see if the house has power. And the house didn't have power at the time. We went down the street and there was a Shipley's there, and they were open. Nothing was open. We stopped at a couple of different gas stations. No credit card, no cash. We can't take anything. Guess what? Even if you have cash in your car, because that's what I told because this cop was like, their computers are down, no cards, no nothing. And I was like, well, I got cash. So I can, guess what? They can't use their register because the computers are down.
Right.
They can't manually take your money. That's the craziest damn thing I've ever heard of in my life. You can't take my cash because your computer doesn't work. No, we can't take any cash, can't take any cards. We're shut down. crazy. Absolutely freaking crazy.
It is crazy. It kind of makes me. I remember there was sometimes I can't remember where I was working. It might have been an EB, Electronics Boutique, and the power had gone down. This is when I was in college, but we still had those paper scanners for credit cards. We still took money. Missed the days when you could still do it even without the electronics.
Forbidden Ruin says, low-key, that's why digital currencies are a massive mistake. No, absolutely. Yep. I agree. Always have cash. That's something that Eris didn't even do until I was like, no, you always keep like a 20 in your car. Always have a little bit of cash in your car or in your purse. Don't keep a shitload, but always have at least a 20 somewhere hidden. That way, if you're stuck somewhere or you're in a shitty town and you blow a tire, you've got something. You've got some kind of cash if you can't use a credit card. So always have cash.
Have that backup. Yep, absolutely.
But no, nobody took it. And finally, I get down the road and I pull into this Shipley's, and their lights are on, their computers are on. They'll take a card, they'll take cash, whatever. I just got 2. I hadn't taken my medication that morning. So I was like, give me 2 glazed donuts, and they were fresh and hot. That man, when you get 2 donuts that are like, no, they were on a different grid.
Gotcha.
So this is like probably 20 minutes. We're now about 20 minutes from our apartment. Only about 2 or 3 minutes from the new house, but about 20 minutes from the apartment. So we're on a different grid, and that grid's working. So cash is the forgotten currency. Gun Bunny with a member chat, an 18-month member chat says cash is the forgotten currency. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I see huge flaw with e-payments at physical checkouts. They're always slow and don't work, broken ATMs and whatnot. I'll tell you what, Mike would be absolutely nuts if he was here this morning, because I got stuck last night. I just went to get an HDMI cable. And good morning, Andy Masterson. I went to Walmart to get an HDMI cable, and I'm standing in line behind this lady, and she keeps scanning the same thing over and over and over again. And she scanned it like 9 times. And I'm like, what is this lady doing? She's only got like 3 things. And this last thing she scanned over and over and over again. And she calls the guy over to the self-checkout. And she's like, too many. And he's like, oh, let me fix this for you. So he's like, and I'm standing there, and there's another self-checkout in front of me. And the lady behind me, she's like, screw this. Right. And, goes around, and she gets over there and she looks back at me like, sucker. And I'm standing there, and he finally gets the computer thing in, and he's like, okay, go ahead. And another lady passes me and gets behind the lady that already passed me. And I'm already committed. I've got one thing. I just want to check out with my one thing. So he finally fixes the computer, and she pulls out her gift card, and she swipes it. And she swipes it. And she swipes it. And then she tries scanning it on the scanner. And she calls the guy over, and she's like, no work. And I'm like, oh my God, I just want to get checked out. I just got this one thing. Let me out. And he like messes with it, and he scans it, and he rings it, and then he enters the number. And he's like, this card doesn't have anything on it. And she goes, oh, and just walks out.
Yeah, beautiful day.
And already 3 people have passed me and gone to the other checkout to check out because I'm stubborn and committed. And he's messing with the thing, and he's like, it's going to be just a minute. I've got to go get someone to come and help me. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. So he gets the guy to come over. Finally, they clear it all off the system. And they're like, go ahead. And I scan my one thing, swipe my card, and I'm gone. And I'm like, Jesus, how hard was that? I just wanted my one thing. This is what happens when you don't have human beings in checkout.
Right.
To buy what? A Twinkie? No, well, no, too long to you know. You can use a 20 for a lot of things. Get a meal. There's all kinds of stuff. You know, if you're stuck somewhere and you're by yourself. You were very much missed, Loki. We're all glad you're back and with the wonderful Adega. Thank you so much, Arlene. Thank you.
Thank you.
Seriously, it is so good to be back on the air. Okay, back with coffee and computer on. Don't spill the coffee on the computer, Arwen. Watch for
All right,
cats.
confession time, because your checkout experience reminded me of a few of mine, because I'm one of those. I got to say this without sounding bad, but there's been a couple of times when there'd be people in line, and you could see they're either making things for a party or something, you know, and you could tell they're honest people, and they're short, and I'd cover their bill. But there was one time that for some reason my bank had screwed up. My card was locked up. They thought someone was stealing it. I couldn't do anything. And this little old lady, she's about 4 foot nothing and probably 88 years old. You let me cover the young man. I'll take care of it. And I felt so bad. But you know, the thing is, it's paying it forward. You see something like that, someone needs help in the checkout. Do what you can when you can, because it always comes back to you. And that one that came back to me. So you find a lot of nice people in the checkout, and a lot of people that no money.
No money. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, dude, seriously. And she just walked out. She just left. Yep. She didn't say anything. She didn't acknowledge when he was like, ma'am. She just, no, goodbye. And I was like, damn, dude. And okay, Eris made a really good point here. When you scan those gift cards, it tells you what is on it. So that means that she got a gift card from somewhere that had not been paid for.
Okay, or she could have used it all, and
no, because
somehow was returned to her.
Because if you use it all, it still says there's a zero amount because it's been activated. So when the guy came over to help her and he scanned it, because he scanned it, dude, he swiped it twice, then he scanned it on the scanner, and then he scratched off the code and entered it in manually. And that's when he said there's nothing on this. So
someone got a swiped card.
She either swiped that card or she got, and that's when she was like, no, goodbye. See you later, alligator. But that lady that gave me the like, sucker, look, she knew when she walked around me and was like, later, motherfucker. She knew exactly what was about to happen. She had that lady pegged. So, Mocking draws with the $5 super chat. If only other stuff utilized actual human beings. Looks at YouTube support. It used to. I used to know a rep over there. I haven't heard from him in a long time, probably 6 months. So, they used to. I do know they used to. I don't know why they don't anymore. I wish they did. Just like you, Mac. Thank you for the $5 super chat, brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright, especially you, Makani, running around in that stealth fighter. Looking good. Racing against the police. This one's just for you, Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
There we go.
As someone who worked at Wally World, if the code wasn't scratched off, she'd take the gift card from the stores and hoping to get free stuff. That's what I was thinking when I heard that. That's what I was thinking. And Laura B's like, oh, stars. Look at that. Look at that. Look at them Spartans.
I got that thing beeping in the back. That's why I keep miking myself.
You took delivery of the Bugatti, right? Considered a housewarming gift. The stealth fighter. But it was weird. It was weird just being on my phone, not having access to everything. But it was fun too. You get inventive. You come up with some inventive ways to get things to work when you don't have the internet. And Sparta is such a bitch, y'all. Sparta is so like, I'm not dealing with your low level shit. I'm trying to get on to set up a stream. I'm trying, okay, let me figure this. Let me figure this drop spot shit. Let me figure this hotspot. We'll do a hotspot on my phone. I've got a pretty good phone. I've got pretty good service. I'll just do a hotspot and hook Sparta up to it, right? So Sparta connects, like looks at the hotspot and is like, okay, I can see it. And I'm like, connect. And she's like, no. He's just like, no, I will not connect to your petty phone Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna do it. I am better than it's like you drop the girlfriend off in the Bugatti Veyron and you pick her up in a Ferrari and she's like, what is that? No, I'm not getting in that. So she will not connect to the hotspot. I try resetting my phone. We try using Eris's phone. Eris has got like a S23 Galaxy Super Ultra phone. It won't even connect to that. It's like, no, I will not connect to your cheap ass phone Wi-Fi. So you got to come up with like inventive ways to figure stuff out. I almost like picked up the computer and took it back over to the apartment. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? I can't do that because they transferred all the service and all that shit shut off. So we got power over there. We've got water over there, but we don't have any internet.
Listen to this. Oh, there it goes.
I hear it.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I sent you an image that first day when it started buzzing. Remember, it was driving me nuts. I was having a bad day. I was pulling my hair out, and I heard that all day long. 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, you thought you were hearing shit. Oh man, guys. Just an update. There is a wonderful member of the channel called Dave G Sound, and Dave G Sound is going through some stuff. I don't know if he's made it public yet. Some health stuff, and I just wanted a lot of prayers, guys. If you can send a prayer out to Dave G Sound. A lot of stuff going on today. I don't know if he'll hear this or not, but all our prayers go out to you, brother. And
I've known Dave G, I think, longer than you in some way, shape, or form. Always been a great guy. Stand up, never picks on anyone. Just great guy. So, yeah, if anyone could use some thoughts for and prayers for, please. Is there
ever any good news? Yeah, there's plenty of good news. Mike's on his way to Florida. He's going to give Bob a piece of his mind when he gets there. So I want to see that. I absolutely want to see that. I want to see Mexican Iron Man give Bob a piece of his mind. I really do. And thank you guys so very much. That means everything. Thank you guys. He needs all the positive energy he can get. He really does. Real great guy. Absolutely. Dave G Sound is a good one. Captain Phantom Nerd has been a member for 12 months, and it's a Warrior of Asgard says thoughts and prayers for Dave G Sound. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. Pop Stock Hard, episode 50 tonight. And I will be there. I missed the King Ghidorah stream last week. I was so pissed because I love Godzilla. Everybody knows it's Kaijun. Everybody knows I love Godzilla, talking Godzilla. I've got all kinds of Godzilla stuff. And King Ghidorah is probably my favorite villain. He's one of my favorite villains, if not my favorite. I don't know, the Super Gigan, Kaiser Gigan with the chainsaw arms probably would come in at a close second. But yeah, I love King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah. So it sucks. I missed it. But I did get to be at the Godzilla one.
There was a freak one that I liked, Gargantuan. I remember as a kid, I saw that weird looking thing, and I'm going, if they ever turned a meth-headed hippie into a kaiju, there he is.
There he is. That's right. Gargantua. Gargantua versus Yeti. We don't get enough good versus movies anymore. Godzilla versus Gigan. Yes. Oh, speaking of, Soul Assassin says, have you seen that Godzilla versus Gigan film, the fan film, right? This should answer your question. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now that Gigan movie, that Gigan movie was pretty neat, the way they did it. That the Gigan from Final Wars is, I had the opportunity to buy him, and it was going to be like $400, and I couldn't do it. I had the money, but it was like a limit.
I can't believe it. You had a limit.
But it was like, okay, eat for the next week or buy the $400 Gigan. And it was a Chainsaw Arm one. It was the one off of Final Wars, and he was big. He was big. It was a big box. I just couldn't do it.
Voice. It still hurts him.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I went back 2 weeks later because I had the money, and I was like, where's that Gigan? And they were like, it's gone, but we've got the Larva Mothra. And I'm like, screw the Larva Mothra. I want the Chainsaw Arm Gigan.
Okay, which one hurts more? Because you told us about how you got the alien trophy on the wall.
Yeah.
There's that other piece that you weren't able to get that they threw away. That or the Gaigu?
Oh, I'd much rather have the Alien Queen.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Good man, good man.
So, to break that Gigan was a statue, and it was a pretty damn big statue. It came in a really big box, and it was a pretty damn big statue, straight from Japan. That Alien Queen was it's like a piece of wall. Okay? And it's what it is it's the cargo door, the space door, halfway open with the Alien Queen's head coming out of the door.
Oh.
So you mount this giant thing on your wall, and it's life-sized. So it's the pressure door from Aliens halfway open with the Alien Queen's head coming out of it with her hands. Like one hand goes off to the left side of the door, the other hand comes off to the right, and she's like pulling herself out of the pressure door.
Here's Alien Johnny.
Absolutely killer. And they threw it freaking away. They didn't keep it. They threw it away. Why? Because they had to change locations in the mall. And I told them I'm never coming back to the store again. It was $1,000 for that. It was $999.99, which is also why I didn't get that. But we had planned on it, and they threw it in the dumpster because they had to move locations. They threw it away.
Yep.
So I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, you guys suck. I'm never coming back here. And I haven't been back. How could they do that?
Almost as angry as I am at this dang beeping noise. Sorry.
How could that? Dude, I'd go out there and be like, can you keep it down? I'd be pissed.
How could
they do
sorry
that?
About the beeps.
The owner told them to throw it away. So the guy who owns, so basically what this is it's a gaming and statue store. So they've got like Atari stuff. They've got old generation games. They have nothing new. Nothing they sell is brand new besides their statues. So Funko Pops, statues, shit like that is new. Everything else in the store is used resale. And they threw that damn thing away. They had a big statue of Kronos on a throne from God of War. That was $799 because it was huge. Again, this was like huge shit. And they sold that before they moved. Because I also asked about that. I was like, what about Kratos on the throne, the God of War Kratos? And they sold that before they moved. And I was like, okay, well, at least you sold that and you didn't throw it in the trash. God.
Right.
But yeah. Sucks, man. Yeah, I hear it. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, you have screwed up my Zen. Music, you've got records out the ass. I know you do.
Yeah, and it's what I've been doing. I'm also it's become very difficult to write with that in the back. So usually what I do is I'll listen to Mozart or something from AG, from Alan or what have you. But it's been 2 weeks with constant ear plugs in playing something just to drown it out. I'm surprised that the city hasn't come over and beat these guys. I explained this on Friday. Here's the problem. I'd say this thing's probably, it might be 15 feet tall that they have to cover, maybe a octagonal base of about 6 feet. So all that has to be covered in copper. It comes up into a thin pyramid. And how they're doing this is they're measuring one spot, going down, cutting the copper piece, going up, laying it, bringing it down, recutting it, taking it back up. Over and over again, each individual octagonal side. And it has a flare at the bottom where they have to do it as well. So there's a lot of edges. But instead of measuring everything once and then cutting all the pieces with just a little extra and then folding it and fitting it on top and being done in 2, maybe 3 days. Oh, anger. Every day. I don't get mad at a lot of things. If it has to involve kids or someone who's innocent, or these guys across the street doing this. Oh, sorry.
No. Mm-mm. No,
Yeah, for entertainment, it's probably if they're being paid by time, I can't imagine them being paid by time. There's got to be just them being dumb, because everyone has figured it out that these guys are just clowns. I'm sure their excuse is that how many people do you know work in copper? I can do it. But no, I can even run that winch better than they do, because it's they got one of those spider winches that goes up and drive me nuts.
Yeah, let's
sorry.
not.
Sorry.
Okay.
Frustration.
Okay.
The Mad
So
Doctor.
I found it.
Let's see
and
it.
You wouldn't believe what it's going for in this. Give me 1 second. You guys are going to think this is so cool. I thought it used to be, I was just like, damn, check that out.
Yeah. $6,000 and they threw it away.
$6,000. Yeah. That's new.
Oh my goodness.
That's new.
Oh. What's the dimensions on that beast? You said
it's 1-for-1. 1-for-1.
So that's 6
I don't know.
by 5?
Let's see if they have
7 by 5.
Doesn't have the actual stats on it of how big it is. I wish they had something
Look
for
at that
comparison.
And it even has a box behind it to give it deeper dimension, like it's actually coming out instead of just stuck in black.
Yeah, it doesn't have any like super. Oh, here we go. 100% authentic. Life-size wall display pays homage. Alien Queen. Measures approximately 37 by 32 by 20. By saying that, the Japanese is a little strange, but there's no mistake, and the product is very valuable and very huge. The product is in a brand new state. Additional shipping charges may apply for European regions and remote islands. I wonder if I can get it on like a monthly payment plan. Oh, shit. So, yeah.
My books were doing a little better. I'd buy you one.
PayPal credit, $285 for 20. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that. So, but yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I thought that was so cool when I saw it. It was huge.
Oh, it is cool. Could you imagine if you had well, you'd have to own your own house, but you knew the dimensions of your walls with the drywall and stuff. You could set that back in to where it's almost flush with the wall and then build the rest of the wall to where it looked like the actual ship doorway.
Yes.
That'd be freaky. Oh, good stuff. Sorry you missed out.
Yeah.
Be angry.
God. Yeah. I was so pissed when I was like, you threw it out. How can you throw it out? How can you throw it out? Because we got Bob there, and Bob is they have the same model being sold for $1,599. I bet. I imagine they do. Because this was only $1,000. They had so Bob was the name of the original alien in Alien, the first one. Right. And we've got the skull, we've got his head that was mounted. And this was beside that. It was only half of what the Alien Queen was, but we did get that at the same store. It was the statue store. I mean, that's pretty much what we called it. So let's go look and see what they have at the statue store and see if they have any cool shit. We just don't go back there anymore. I hate it. I hate the idea that they threw this shit out. They threw it out. How can you throw something like that out and just get rid of it? Owner said we weren't going to move it and just get rid of it. I'm like, man, all you have to do is
one of them had it in their garage.
They didn't
throw it out.
All you had to do was like put it on a moving dolly, a furniture dolly, and move it to the other side of the mall. That's all you had to do.
Right. Or just hire a couple of nerds. They would have done it for nothing. Just to hold it. Moving it. Yep. Exactly. I would have done it. Heck yeah, strap that thing on my back. I'd have done it for him.
We have gone past the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for the big welcome back. Guys, you guys are absolutely awesome. Loki, from now on, just check the store's dumpster behind the mall. Never know what statues you might find. No shit. I hated that. Well, we threw it all out. I'm like, no effing way. Yeah, owner said just throw it out.
I've done that at it was at a house. I'm trying to remember. Either way, I found it very valuable, limited, original painting. So you never know what you're going to find in those places.
Mark the Incomplete Tire. Project Storytime says, Mark, I gave up on Strange New Worlds after the first episode. We are going to talk about Paramount on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, and why it is going to go the way of the dodo. Paramount's going to go goodbye. You know, we talk about, what's going to happen with Disney. We talk about what's going to happen with these other companies and all this shit. Paramount is dying. It is dying. And I can hear James T. Kirk saying, let them die. Because they asked for it. They asked for this. So we're going to talk about that on Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow with YouTube Talk. And I will be on Pops' channel tonight for the happy anniversary of Pops Talk. A big thank you to Adega. Big thank you to Arwen last week. To Dave Bob, to Mike, to Tom Connors, to Culture Casino, Andre. Andre was on my damn channel and I didn't even get to come on and hang out with him.
You missed it.
God damn it. I wanted to say, and with that, to Andre because a lot of love. A lot of love to those guys over at Midnight Edge. All right, we're out of here. Thank you, Adega. Thank you so much for filling in for Mike. Mike will be back next week. Hopefully.
It's all right. Thank you for having me. Not as fun as Mike, but thank you.
No, this was great. This is absolutely great. And guys, you all are so great. Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been such a great thing to look forward to getting to do.
We're all just glad that the car didn't get flipped over and you ended up in the hospital again. You know? That
could have happened and that would have sucked. We're not gonna go into that because God help me. I'm alive, buried alive.
Yeah, you were charmed.
Buried alive. Yes. I got lucky. I got super lucky, man. To get hit by a tornado in a car and be like, nope, all it did was spin me around a couple of times. Guys, we're getting out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And we'll see you guys on YouTube Talk tomorrow morning and on Pops Talk later tonight. Take care, everybody.
See ya.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.